How would you like to know the secret formula to connecting and influencing at a deeper level? Welcome to Fordify, where we help you fortify your business. Now, each week we pick a random topic from the Fordify button. So let's see what this week's episode is going to be about. Targeting to your buyer's style. Now, what do I mean by buyer style? Your buyers have a main buying personality, and when you communicate in their style, you'll produce better results. In your career, you've probably been exposed to some type of personality assessment, typically during the hiring process or maybe a team building exercise. You've maybe taken things like the DISC profile, Myers-Briggs, or maybe Strength Finder, and there's a ton of them out there, and they all do a pretty good job. But this isn't about hiring or team building. It's about applying the same concept to understand your buyer's personality and to help you improve your marketing and sales process. So warning, this is not about manipulation. It's about communication. Now, 20 years ago, I was certified as a DISC trainer, and I used it to build high-performing sales and marketing teams. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with what DISC is, it's a behavior assessment tool that centers around 4 basic traits. The first quadrant is dominant. That's people that are assertive, results-focused, and impatient. The second quadrant is influential. They're outgoing, persuasive, and optimistic. The third quadrant is steadiness, and those are people that are patient, they're structured. And the fourth quadrant is conscientious. They're precise, and those are people that are accurate. Now, over the years, I've adapted those concepts to the buying process, and I've identified buyer styles, and I call those buyer styles intent. So you see, buyers have a main intent. So let's take a look at those 4 quadrants again, and this time I'm gonna apply the intent to each one. Dominant. Their intent is to get it done. Influential. They want to have fun and socialize. Steadiness. They want to get along. Conscientious. They want to get it right. Now, the goal of this is to recognize the buyer's intent so you can match it with your communication style. Now, let's say you're selling to someone who is dominant. You need to focus on getting it done. You need to think about how can you be direct and focused and show them how your product or service is going to help them get the result they want. Now, let's say you're selling to someone who's influential. Well, you better socialize. You better take time to ask them about their family and what they did this weekend and what do they want to do and what does the world look like in the future. Because if you don't socialize with them and have fun, they're not going to do business with you, they're not going to listen to what you have to say. Now, let's say you're selling to someone who has steadiness as their main buyer intent. That means they want to get along. You better position your product and service to make it easy for them. If they think that your product or service or doing business with you is going to create conflict, they're not going to buy from you. Now, let's say you're selling to someone who's conscientious. Their main buyer's intent is to get it right. That's what they're thinking. How do I get it right? Well, as a sales and marketing person, you've got to make sure that the information you give them is accurate and detailed and supporting. So if you make a claim, you better support it. Someone like me, I want to get it done. You can just tell me, hey, Ford, this is how we're going to get it done. I'm like, here, let's go. But someone who's conscientious, they don't think that way. So you need to make sure that you tailor your approach to getting it right. Now, becoming more familiar with DISC assessments is going to help you recognize the traits and help you adapt your style to be in alignment with your buyer style. Now, if you want to take a deeper dive into DISC profiles, I'm going to suggest that you take your own assessment. It's going to give you great insights into your main style as you think about it from a buying perspective, as well as really help you discover how to tailor your marketing and sales approach to the specific buyer's intent. Here's your action step for this week's episode. Think about your top clients. Which main buyer intent do you feel applies to most of your selling situations? Then, do you agree with me? Let me know in the comments below. Well, that's it for this week's episode of Fordify. Now I want you to share this video with those who need to improve their influence and of course increase their sales. Like what you see, subscribe to be notified of upcoming episodes. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on Fordify, where we help you fortify your business. This is not what I wrote. Why is this in here? Use the special link and she took something out. Is that what's in here? Maybe I didn't go all the way through.